Greetings. It is a delight to bring you the latest on the New York Yankees. Today, there's an abundance of thrilling updates about our team that emerged just a few hours ago. For the passionate Yankees supporters, this is certainly worth your attention. Let's jump right into the development from Detroit, beginning with our first significant report. In our first piece of news, the Yankees encountered difficulties at the plate during a snowy contest against the Tigers' star pitcher. Picture this scene. It is a Monday, the 7th day of April in the year 2025, and the New York Yankees are taking on the Tigers at Kane Park in Detroit. The weather is harsh, with a biting temperature of 38 degrees at the game start, wind chills dipping into the low 20s, and snowflakes swirling across the field. Our team entered this afternoon's game as leaders in Major League Baseball for both runs and home runs, highlighting their offensive capabilities. However, on this occasion, the bats went as chilly as the Michigan climate, managing only 2 runs in a defeat of 6-2 against a formidable Tigers squad spearheaded by their pitcher. Let's take this opportunity to talk about Mai, who had an impressive performance on the mound. The former first overall pick in the 2018 MLB draft is beginning to show the potential the Detroit team expected when they selected him. In his outing against New York, he threw 6 effective innings, allowing only 1 run on 4 hits, while walking 3 and striking out 6. A performance of this caliber deserves recognition, regardless of the weather conditions. This season, he has already posted 2 memorable outings, including one in which he allowed no runs against the Seattle team, giving up just 1 hit in 5 2/3 innings. This athlete has shown great composure in key moments, which became evident when facing our lineup. How did our main players perform? The captain had a 1-for-3 showing, with a hit that drove in our lone run in the 5th inning, highlighting his ability to shine in critical moments. Another athlete contributed with 2 hits and 4 attempts, showing consistency, but the story doesn't end there. The athlete showcased his skills against our team. And how did our key hitters perform? The captain posted a 1-for-3 line with a hit that helped us score in the 5th inning, emphasizing his relevance in crucial moments. Another batter went 2-for-4, demonstrating consistency, but the situation worsened. The bottom of our order didn't fare well, going 0-for-12. This stat kept fans uneasy throughout the night. Batters between the 5th and 9th positions recorded disappointing results, tallying 2-for-20 against a pitcher in these circumstances. We needed a better performance and failed to deliver. Now, attention shifts to the mound, where one of our pitchers was struggling. The left-hander pitched for 6 innings, but didn't have a favorable outing, allowing 6 runs. 5 of them earned on 4 hits and 3 walks, despite striking out 6. The turning point came in the 3rd inning, when he issued walks to the bottom of the opposing lineup, setting the stage for disaster. He left a changeup that was turned into a 3-run home run, drastically altering the course of the game. The manager defended his player after the game, noting that his outing was excellent except for that 1 hit, suggesting that a poor umpire decision might have impacted his performance before the home run. But in the end, that's baseball, and mistakes become more apparent. The opposing team wasn't intimidated. One of their batters drove in 3 runs, while another added 2 with a hit after one of our errors at third base opened up opportunities. One of the opposing team's batters proved troublesome, drawing 3 walks and scoring twice. Their key hitters capitalized on the walks, turning a close game into a 6-2 loss. The fan base feels this loss more acutely as it marks our 2nd consecutive defeat, both with 6 runs allowed. We now stand with 6 wins and 4 losses on the season, tying the opponent's record, while they are on a 4-game winning streak, whereas we're facing a rough patch. Looking ahead, a big challenge awaits tomorrow. Another cold morning game against an award-winning pitcher who has 0 wins and 2 losses, with an earned run average over 5. We'll counter with a pitcher who has 1 win and no losses. The question remains, will our hitters respond and break this slump? We'll be watching every pitch as we continue to update the fans. Now, let's move forward to the next update. The anticipation for the return of a familiar athlete is building in Detroit. Let us direct our attention to a noteworthy update of the day, delivering some thrilling news for the supporters. Although the team faced difficulties at the plate in Kansas City and Detroit, a recognizable figure has returned to the roster at Comerica Park, the seasoned infielder. Indeed, he rejoined the team on Monday, the 7th of April, 2025. This is not merely a casual homecoming to his native Michigan. He is here to start working, and his comeback from injury is imminent. This player has been out of action since the start of March due to a lingering calf strain, an injury he suffered during his second at-bat in spring training on March 1st. For those who have been closely following the team in the past few seasons, it is clear that this is not new ground for him, as lower leg issues have proven to be a frustrating obstacle that has interrupted what could have been an outstanding career. Nevertheless, there is a positive development. The manager shared an important update today, revealing that the player is set to train with the team during this 3-game series against the Tigers. If all goes well, with no complications or discomfort, he could begin a rehabilitation assignment as soon as Friday. This news is certainly a welcome sight for supporters. Now, let's examine the sequence of events. Considering that the player missed almost the entire spring training period, it was highlighted that he will need a considerable number of at-bats to catch up. The rehabilitation guidelines for athletes in specific positions are limited to 20 days, so if he starts the process this Friday, we could potentially see him back in action by the end of April, possibly around the 27th. Imagine him back with the team, bringing that experience and clutch hitting we've been missing. The player, who is 36 years old, arrived at camp this year feeling good and eager to prove he still has the talent to contribute. Before the injury, he was fighting for a prominent role. The end of April, possibly around the 27th, presents the chance for him to rejoin the roster, adding his experience and the clutch hits we so desperately need. The 36-year-old player showed up to camp in good shape and with the intention of proving that he still has the necessary skills. Before getting hurt, he was competing for the third base position. With other athletes filling the right side of the team, his return could significantly impact the group dynamic. Let's reflect on the influence this player can have when he's at his best. He is an offensive force, known for his good contact, savvy hitting, and competence in clutch moments. Last season was challenging due to injuries, but a healthy player could be the difference for a team that currently stands at 6 wins and 4 losses, having suffered 2 straight defeats, including today's 6-2 loss to the opponent. Regarding that game, our offense could have greatly benefited from his presence against a pitcher who effectively neutralized us. Imagine his presence in the lineup, potentially breaking the negative hitting streak some players have been facing in the bottom of the order. His inclusion could provide more stability, especially with tough pitchers scheduled for upcoming matchups. And now, what lies ahead? The training sessions in Detroit are crucial. If he moves well, hits without discomfort, and feels strong, the rehab process will proceed. The coaching staff is closely monitoring his progress, and we should keep a watchful eye as well. A longer rehab means he will have the opportunity to gain experience, likely at third base, but also potentially at second or first base to regain his stamina. Fans should follow this story. His return could bring a turnaround after this challenging period. We're counting the days and looking forward to his return soon. The next update will focus on another athlete who faced difficulties in a game that ended in a disappointing loss. The weather was cold and challenging, but determination was evident. There was a mistake that resulted in the team's defeat, and it will be analyzed in detail in the coming moments. We are back at Kane Park this Monday, April 7th, 2025, where the initial temperature was 38 degrees, with winds making it feel like 20 while the snow began to fall. The game started with determination, but the cold wasn't the only challenge. A mistake in the third inning proved costly, leading to a 6-2 loss to the Tigers, causing unease. The competition began intense, with the first 7 batters being retired, showing the expected strength of the left-handed pitcher. However, complications arose in the third inning when 2 Detroit players were on base, leaving 2 in scoring position with 1 out. After a walk, frustration became evident, especially after a pitch was called a ball, resulting in 3 runs, putting the Tigers ahead by 3-0. This play was crucial. Following that, it was recognized that issuing walks is unacceptable emphasizing the importance of attacking the bottom of the lineup and expressing discontent with falling behind these batters. The final performance resulted in 6 runs allowed, 5 of them earned, in over 6 innings, totaling 4 hits, 3 walks, and 8 strikeouts. An analysis highlighted the ability to stay in the game longer, but these unnecessary walks had a high cost. A player was taken out at third base while the batter was at the plate, revealing a failure on the base paths. This situation was seen as a missed opportunity in a scoreless game. The pitcher commented on the umpire's decisions, but didn't blame anyone, mentioning that he tried to move on quickly after giving up the 3-run score, which was the most problematic moment for him. The loss leaves the team with 6 wins and 4 losses, presenting a considerable challenge. The game time was extended, but a stronger focus is essential, especially with a tough matchup ahead. The lingering question is whether we can bounce back, an expectation that remains. The struggles faced in the snow and the pursuit of recovery mark this challenging day. Opinions on the scenario are welcome for discussion. But before we continue, please remember to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support allows us to keep bringing you the latest news about the New York Yankees. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments. In a twist that's rapidly gaining traction across MLB circles, the New York Yankees are reportedly exploring the possibility of acquiring Taylor Ward, the versatile and battle-tested left fielder from the Los Angeles Angels. Known for his resilience and timely hitting, Ward could be exactly the kind of under-the-radar reinforcement the Yankees need to bolster their outfield and deepen their batting order as they eye a serious postseason push. Ward's journey to this point is nothing short of remarkable. Drafted in the first round in 2015 as a catcher, he has since evolved into a dynamic outfielder who has shown flashes of elite production. None more impressive than his 2022 breakout, where he posted a .281 batting average and 23 home runs. Despite setbacks, including a frightening facial injury in 2023 after being hit by a pitch, Ward returned with trademark grit and played 156 games the following season, launching 25 homers and driving in 75 RBIs. What makes Ward particularly appealing to the Yankees is not just his numbers, but his mentality. In the wake of stars like Shohei Ohtani leaving and others like Mike Trout sidelined, Ward emerged as one of the Angels' primary offensive weapons in 2024. He's been vocal about preferring to share the spotlight, a trait that could fit seamlessly into the Yankees' star-studded roster. His clutch performances, like the go-ahead double against Yankees closer Clay Holmes, have already shown New York fans a glimpse of what he can bring under pressure. For now, the rumor mill churns, but the buzz is real. With left field still a rotating door for the Yankees and the team desperately needing consistency in the lineup, Taylor Ward could be more than just a mid-season addition. He might be the piece that pushes the Bronx Bombers over the top. And if the Yankees do pull the trigger, fans might soon be watching a familiar face rounding the bases, not as an Angel in Anaheim, but as a Yankee in the Bronx. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the New York Yankees, please subscribe to our channel and give us a like. We always appreciate your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.